That should give you a clue, peeps. Okay, who knows who this lady is? I'm going to give you a little bit of time before I ask her name, but she's very important Periscope peep. Very important Periscope peep. To the point where I have slight anxiety if she's not on Periscope. And what's your name?
Rebecca.
How old are you, Rebecca?
8.
8. Someone's already recognised who your mum is. So you're 8 years old. Okay, tell everyone who you are.
And Becca couldn't wait to see Miss Polly. Talk to Miss Polly on the bus. I'm Liza too.
And you know what that means, don't you, Periscope?
Who's your mommy?
Who's your mommy? It always comes up like, who's ya?
I know,
Mom.
I know. A Hoosier is somebody who is from Indiana. So Marcella and I are Hoosiers.
They're very excited
Yeah.
to see you.
I'm excited to be here.
Because you are probably one of our number one peep. You are.
I think I'm in number 3 right now, but Moira is the number 1 peep. So she's up in New York.
And you've done how many? I don't know how many hearts. It's like a crazy amount of hearts for Periscope and people. Thank you so much.
I got a technique down.
So good to see you. There you go. Everyone's pleased to see your face, because that's the thing. None of us know what any of them looks like.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you slightly know what I look like, but anyway.
Yeah, I do.
Moving on. All right, show us that picture of your family before we start, because that's such a classic picture. Look at this. This is her family. I'm showing Periscope first. You are Periscope. Look at that. How many children is that?
And it's 7 children. 7 blessings, yes.
7. Did you always set out to have 7 children? You
No, my husband and I agreed to 4. But God had other ideas.
There you go. Okay, so, right, the question we have to ask everybody. When you were pregnant with your first, you was 21.
Yes.
Same age as Billy.
Yep.
Could I have said you crazy anti-vaxxer?
Absolutely not.
Tell
I
us
just had
about-
no clue. I just, like everybody else says, I just did what I was told. That is what you had to do. You know, you go to the doctor. The first thing they do is they come in your hospital room. So my first was in the hospital. I had an epidural and wanted to make it as pain-free as possible and easy. And so you just do. The doctor.
What do we
comes in
know
the
about
first thing.
epidurals? What do we know about? I don't think we've had many people talk about the dangers of epidurals.
They probably. I stopped after 3 children, but I did my first 3. Had an epidural with each one. There are dangers. There are risks. Yeah.
But they're beautiful. I had one and it just numbed all the pain. Bad as they are.
Yeah. My 3rd didn't take as well, and so I had half pain and half not pain, and that was very interesting. And so then I said, you know what? That wasn't so bad. The part I could feel wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So 4th baby, I was ready to give a home birth right then, but my husband was like, are you kidding me? Can't do a home birth. So we almost had him in the car, but that's another story.
Okay, so let's go back. So when did you wake up? Because you've got 7 children. How many are vaccinated?
Well, the first 3 had vaccines up until they were 5 or 6. So they're kindergarten shots, basically. And then I started to hear things when I was pregnant with my 4th, or probably soon after that. But he was vaccinated just till he was 1. And I started to hear things from other moms just saying it's potentially dangerous to vaccinate. And so I thought, well, I don't think we want to do this. So I looked a little bit into it, but not a whole lot. I know a whole lot more now since being exposed to the Vax movie and reading Dr. Suzanne's books and stuff like that. But
And the
at that
parents'
point,
stories.
I just was listening to my friends saying, hey, this is dangerous. So I said, well, we're not going to do it anymore. And so we stopped when my 4th child was 1. But then we had 2 more boys after that who were fun, and they had to go to the emergency room and have stitches. And so we were told you have to have the tetanus shot. With the first one, I didn't know anything about it. And I said, okay, I guess you have to do it. His situation wasn't even, he shouldn't have had any shot, first of all, but he had a cut to a finger. And that wouldn't have warranted even, he wasn't at risk, in other words, for tetanus. But so he had that, and my 5th child had another injury, and they told me you have to have the tetanus. And at that point I knew a whole lot more, but I wasn't as solid in my understanding as I am now about tetanus shot and about the DTaP.
And what number are you?
Which number are you in the family? How many kids do we have?
7.
So you're number
7.
there you go.
So you've had no vaccines at all?
None.
Not even vitamin K?
No, because my last 3 were born at home. So they didn't have anything. So my
Man,
children,
that's
my
wrong.
youngest three,
Let me
didn't
look at
have
your eye.
anything their first year.
Completely perfect.
Yeah. So actually, I had 3 unvaccinated babies. And so when I say I see the difference between my children, I think about that first year, first couple years. We had no ear infections in the youngest 3. The oldest 4 had ear infections and all the things we had.
So you none in
hospitalizations.
your and you've never had an ear infection in your
The
life,
youngest 3, no, none.
and you're 8.
Hmm.
It's pretty impressive, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and no antibiotics. My youngest 3 didn't have any antibiotics at all.
And still haven't.
And they still haven't. But the ones that had the one DTaP, they still have issues. I think
Just
my
takes one.
yeah, I think that my almost 10-year-old has allergies. He looks like he has allergies. He's got the dark circles you talk about.
Okay, let's go back and go to each child.
Mhm.
Let's start with your eldest, your 21-year-old.
Yep.
How many vaccines has he had? What if any, are any injuries with him?
I think I counted, let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And of those, we've got the MMR, the DTaP. So I think I counted about 36 by the time he was 6. Second child had all the same ones.
And did going back to the first child, did he have any? Does he have allergies, eczema?
Yeah, so
ADD?
he has allergies. He and my daughter, the first 2, both have allergies to dog and seasonal allergies. And my oldest has the most allergies. I think it was whatever he was exposed to about the same time that we were vaccinating. And that's actually what triggered me to start thinking about vaccines, in addition to what people were saying, is that his allergist said something that kind of came back to me later. You know, you hear things that you remember, but he said, you know, we didn't have allergies. People didn't have allergies 100 years ago. I thought, well, what started happening about 100 years ago? And so that just was in the back of my mind. And later I found out, I think first allergies had to do with vaccinations. So maybe not, but he's got allergies. He also had to be hospitalized for a fairly serious condition called HSP. And I looked that up recently. I've been helping Elizabeth with medscienceresearch.com and uploading the studies. And
just on that
So,
note,
done
tell
that.
people what that is while you're talking about it, because it's very
oh,
important.
MedScience Research.
Yeah.
She is simply
We're talking about Elizabeth Avon.
Elizabeth Avon is compiling the studies that show vaccine dangers and failures, taking PubMed studies directly from the PubMed website and just reposting them in order, alphabetical order.
It's massive, a
By-
massive help resource for many people.
Yeah. So if anybody is saying, where's the science? There you go. Thousands of studies she's collected, and we're just gradually getting them all up on the website.
And on a quick note, because we don't see Elizabeth like we used to, how is she doing? She knows we love her, doesn't she?
She does. And I
That's
think she's doing well. She's just trying to avoid anything negative at this point,
While
so
she
that she can
fights on.
heal.
Good for
But
her.
she is doing well.
Okay, give her our love, please.
I will.
All right, where were we? First child, moving on to second child.
Allergies. Both my first 2 children.
Let's have a look on here. So just to remind everybody, first child, if I'm right, is this boy here.
And the girl with the glasses is the
Can
second.
you see me pointing to him? Am I doing this right? There you go, him.
Yeah.
First child. People like to put a face to the name.
Yeah.
Wait, where is he gone? You see? There we go. Which is second?
Second is the girl with the glasses.
Okay, girl on the end. Second. Okay, we're going to start talking about her. What's her name?
Chloe. My first
Okay.
is Kyle.
Pretty Chloe. Okay, what happened to Chloe?
She has allergies. She also has had anxiety, and I won't go into great detail, but she told me some things that I'm just grateful she's alive today.
And people should understand that anxiety is a real problem.
Yeah. And a lot of the things that I know about my oldest children, I learned from watching the stories on the bus, because I'd say, oh, they're fine. But then I would hear things about anxiety. I'd hear things about allergies. I'd hear things about autoimmune. The HSP is an autoimmune issue. One of the studies that I uploaded said that there's a 3-time increase of children getting HSP, which is, see if I can pronounce this right, Hanos-Shannon purpura, I think. But it's a rash, and it can affect the kidneys or the liver. I can't remember now what, but it's autoimmune, and 3-time increase if you've had the MMR.
Disgraceful.
So, stuff you learn. And then my third is
Show me a picture.
17.
Which one?
So in the middle with the glasses
Oh yeah.
and the hat. He's Jack. Sweet guy, but he also experienced anxiety. Did go get him tested.
Did
got
any of the anxiety peeps in your family try and take psychotropic drugs for them?
No, I would never do
lucky.
that.
No, but
Never
they
do
can
that.
get them through school and stuff.
We homeschool, so
Oh, you're lucky.
they may do it later in life when they're out of my care, but I don't know. But Jack, he's had low vitamin D. We went and had him tested just to see what was going on, and I said I'd like to have the vitamin levels checked, and his vitamin D was at 5. And so we're taking care of that now, and he's doing a lot better. No more depression is what he was experiencing. So, and then Joe is my 4th, and
Which one's Joe?
right here.
Joe on the end. He's a handsome
Yeah,
boy.
He is a good-looking kid.
How's he doing?
He's doing okay, but he has eczema.
Right, there he is.
Unless we cut out bread for him.
There he is. So he can't eat wheat and
Right.
gluten.
Yep.
Okay. And does he get that? Does he how old is he now?
14, just turned 14.
This is a difficult age for that kind of thing because the boys all go off after. Well, they're not at school.
He's down at school, but he is buying his own food sometimes, and
Subway and stuff like that. It's annoying.
well, yeah, just grocery store stuff. But yeah, every once in a while he'll do something. We discovered what it really was because my daughter brought home some store-bought wheat. We make our own flour with non-pesticide flour and our own bread and things. And he was doing great. Got rid of all the eczema until he had some pancakes she made for him, and came right back. So
Hi, Billy.
And hi, what's your name?
You know who that is? Who's that?
You know me.
Your name is
Taylor.
Taylor.
Bill, Taylor's been with us
Been
for the
on
whole
bus
trip.
last week.
hi, what's your name?
Oh,
Never
Taylor?
mind. That's
Just put
Taylor.
makeup on today.
Taylor.
It's different.
Yeah, maybe.
hello.
Hello.
Most bizarre.
You're
Sorry
right.
about
That's all right.
that. Okay,
Your
yeah.
name is
You know it.
Taylor.
Taylor. My gosh. Should get some
Taylor.
supplements down that boy. Sorry about that. No idea why that happened. Right, where were we?
Well, so just the eczema in Joe. He's seems to be doing pretty well, but we eat very cleanly and try to keep him
Sorry,
eating things
I
he shouldn't,
forgot.
and I think he'll be okay.
I forgot the DVD.
Bill, you met Liza.
Yes, we did.
Liza.
He said that he liked you.
Yes, he did.
Thumbs up, Bill. Sorry, just walks in and out of interviews. That's part of the problem with him being on the bus. People
then
are sending you love from everywhere, by the way.
Thank you guys. So then Peter and Isaac, they each had the DTaP, and they had the whooping cough after having the DTaP still, and but they are more susceptible still to getting sick than Becca, who had nothing. So of course I see the stark contrast between eldest and youngest, and then in varying degrees in between. But yeah, I'm just grateful that we stopped when we did. I'm also grateful that we didn't experience the huge assault on the children that people like you have. And
So describe the difference just in the vaxxed and totally unvaccinated children. What are we? Okay, we've established ear infections.
Well, we've had chronic conditions in every child except for Rebecca. Something chronic. Except for maybe Peter. He doesn't seem to have anything yet. We'll see. It remains to be seen. But Isaac, I think he's got allergies. She's absolutely nothing chronic. When she gets sick, it's only acute, and she's over it very quickly. And even the two that only had the one, they get over things very quickly. But the eldest 4, it takes longer for them to get well.
Show everybody this shirt. So your mum made this
Sit
shirt. So what did you do? You took a black shirt and you paint it on.
Yes. Yeah, it's acrylic paint.
Can you see? Sit up.
Oh, you got to turn around.
Something's wrong with YouTube right now. I mean, not YouTube.
Turn around.
Facebook. Look at
Honorary
that.
piece.
Made it your own
Love it.
Lil Peep shirt. That's fantastic. So now what? You're homeschooled, are you?
Yes. Yes, you are. What were you going to say?
I don't know.
Okay.
Tell us what are your favourite things you like doing?
I like doing I like riding a bike,
Yeah, that's a great thing to do.
and I like playing with
What do you want to be when you grow up? You can be anything in the world.
I want to be a farmer.
Farmer. What a great thing to be. Organic farmer.
With animals.
With animals. A lot of unvaccinated children wanting to look after animals.
That's a
We're going to
good
have a
thing.
night. The animals have got a good future ahead of them.
We can't have any animals at our house because of the allergies. I have allergies. I'm sure I'm vaccine damaged.
So you're the only one without animal allergies?
Well, not the only one, but she definitely doesn't have any. The oldest two have the animal allergies. I think that the youngest boy might have seasonal allergies or something like that. So
So YouTube have completely cut me off. So bye-bye YouTube. That's weird. It's just extraordinary. So everyone's saying how beautiful you are.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are. Now, is there any advice that you both would like to give people that are about to take their children and babies to doctors? The people that we used to be.
I wouldn't go to a doctor. I would go to chiropractors. I would go maybe to a naturopath. I would seek out homeopathy. That's what I'm learning about right now.
People don't know that homeopaths.
Homeopaths?
Thank you, peeps. Homeopaths and chiropractors have extensive training. I think chiropractors have a longer training than doctors, just
They're called
different way.
doctors of chiropractic.
Doctors, yeah,
Yeah,
they are
doctors-
doctors, but
chiropractors
don't
do.
think that they're just cracky wackies, because they're not.
Homeopathy, you don't have to go to school for that, but you do get
Well,
training.
if you're
Yeah.
a qualified
I think you're
homeopath, you
thinking
do.
of natural.
I mean, we have friends that are homeopaths, been training for years.
Okay. Yes.
So I would highly recommend going to someone who is trained as well,
Yes. Yes.
because it is an art.
Yes. Absolutely. But I wouldn't go to a pediatrician anymore.
So you stay away from the white coats.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
What else do you want to say? Because we got you on the bus.
Oh.
Your mum is actually famous. Do you know that?
No.
She's in charge of Periscope.
The counting
She
queen.
is.
Except
She
I was
used to give
fired
us the
by
numbers.
MS.
Do you remember that, Peeps? And I'd go, where is she?
MS in LA. She fired me the other day because I said the wrong number, so I'm fired.
Well, now we have a book, so
That's
all
right.
is good. I don't know why we didn't do that in the first place. I think we did, and we lost the book and all the rest of it. But now,
We're good.
um,
No, I think we're good. We have a lot of people today, though, so. we'll
okay,
move
okay.
on
But I
so
just
we
want to
can
keep you
get
on as
the
long as
next
possible because everybody loves you,
one. Oh, thank you.
and they're sending you love. Well, your mum can show you the love and hearts.
We'll watch back later. I can't watch right now.
So you can sign the inside of the bus.
Yes, and I also need to sign for some other people.
Yes.
So.
Okay. All right. I'll give you the book. Okay. Everyone say goodbye. They're sending love. They love you. I don't know what happened to Facebook.